Today we must teach our young brothers and sisters the word respect. But we must also understand that if the word respect has never entered the household, then the kids will not be able to understand it. We have to teach these kids some etiquettes, not to throw garbage on the floor from their pockets, spitting from their mouths, or out of the window, or in a candy store outside. We must teach them etiquettes. We must teach them how to properly listen to the adults. We must teach the parents, the young parents, that you cannot smoke and send your kid to the store for a blunt because you have stooped down to that child's level. We can no longer let our kids disrespect us. We can no longer let these kids stay out all type of nights. Babies having babies. We must sit down and teach our kids love, peace, and happiness. We must sit down and teach our kids black power. How do you do that, young people? By first respecting yourself. When you respect yourself, then others will follow. And the greatest thing in the world that your kids can follow is that of a leader and one who sets example. I want to say one very important thing to a lot of you young people out here in the world. The older people brung you here on the face of this planet Earth. You was born out of love. Some of you was born out of lust. But the fact that you are here by the grace, respect your parents enough that they had you on this earth. We are all suffering, going through enough. Our loved ones, our next generation, kids walking around with their pants down with no humility whatsoever. These are the things that we have to teach them. We have to give them a reason why to pull their pants up. We have to let them know that there's 3 reasons on the earth that a man should put down his pants: the toilet stool, the doctor, and having sexual intercourse. We must understand the reason why we disrespect. The reason why kids disrespect their elders because there never been the word respect in the household. Parents today wants to be the friends of their kids than being the parent. You have to set the example. If the example is not set in the family, then there would be no obedience. There would be disobedience and no obedience. We have to elevate our kids to the stage where there's pure understanding and divine wisdom. And how that is applied is with respect, sacrifice, and understanding. You must make a sacrifice for your kid, which means that you don't go out partying when you know you don't have a babysitter, which means you don't leave them home alone. Young people, you cannot have young children and have the children walking in the back of you while you're texting. Young people, you cannot drive a car texting with no seatbelt and your child in the back. Young people, you must understand that when you are using foul language to your young ones, they're going to, one day, when they get older, they're going to apply that back to you. Young people, you must also understand that you should not be playing hip-hop foul music with your little babies because they will be quoting it just like you as they grow up. What happened to the real foundation of our future? What happened to that village? How can we bring that village back into its existence? How we can do that is by applying knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and having your mind being free from all unrighteousness. How in the world can we own something as black people? Very easy. How we can own something is by sacrifice. Making a sacrifice, saving $1 or 2 every time you get paid, saving $5, saving $10, Instead of going to that store buying that beer or that alcohol, slow down on your cigarettes and things of that nature by cutting other things that are harmful to your health and not are useful to your health. So if you cast away the negative and put in the positive, then there will be a positive reaction for anything on this earth that you want to achieve. My brothers and sisters, understand that these are the last day and time, and that we're losing our generation day by day. We have to make a 360 complete. We have to complete that cipher. And how we do that is with knowledge, wisdom, and pure understanding. We must free our babies from all ignorance of self. We are responsible. We always blame it on the parents, but sometimes, and in most times, the kid has to be held responsible when he gets to a certain age. But we have to take the pin out of the baby's head before it starts to grow, before the pin starts to grow. We have to take the bitterness and the nasty taste out of our mouths and stop believing in these such foolish holidays. We're stick-necked, stubborn-headed, and rebellious to the truth, and we open arms to the liar. We must reverse that in order to be victorious. This is part one of Black Man, Black Woman, Black Child. We have the power. This is part one. I'll be back right after this commercial. Peace.